Hey there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Arnav Jain and today's topic of discussion is mastering the mind, unveiling 7 proven techniques to build discipline and self-motivation. Guys, without beating around the bush, let's just get straight into it. The first and a very important point is to understand the true concept of discipline and self-motivation. You see, in today's world, many people heavily rely on outside sources, to provide them with the energy to get up and do the work they're supposed to. They rely heavily on motivation to actually do the things they're supposed to do in their lives, right? They blame not achieving their dreams, not fulfilling their family's expectations on lack of motivation. You see, no person who is successful has only been there because of motivation. The only way you can attain success in life is if you master the art of discipline. Discipline is when you still get up, do the work, put in the hours, eat right, go to the gym, sleep properly, maintain good relationships, do everything you don't want to, even when you don't feel like it, right? As a guy, you need to disregard your emotions and actually focus on the stuff you have to do in order to attain success, alright? So guys, the whole concept of self-motivation is to constantly remind yourself, visualize yourself as that successful human being you wish to become in the next 5 years, right? Imagine yourself in your dream car. Imagine yourself wearing your dream suit. Imagine yourself in your dream house, right? You as a person need to dilute your own imagination if you want to self-motivate and manipulate your own mind to achieve the success you deserve. Coming to point number 2, set clear-cut goals for yourself, right? These have to be short-term and long-term, all right? So for instance, you can be like, all right, so I'm starting out my agency today, right? By the end of the month, I have to make my first ever $100, all right? Next month, I have to make my first ever $500, then $1,000, then $2,000, then $5,000. You need to have clear-cut long-term goals which are backed by clear-cut short-term goals, right? The fact of the matter is, in the real world, you are your own CEO, right? If you yourself don't hold yourself accountable to yourself, no one will. Alright, the thing is, no one really cares if you're succeeding or not. All they really care about is their own self, right? So if you yourself are not holding you accountable to your failures, no one's going to save you, my friend, right? Also, have exceptionally high goals to achieve, right? The thing is, if you have average goals to achieve, you will not become successful. You will only become average, all right? Successful people have extraordinarily high goals to achieve, and you hold yourself accountable to those extraordinary high goals, all right? I have to make $100. That's so average. I have to make my first $1,000 by the end of the month. All right, so you need to have clear-cut, high-level goals. All right, you need to be afraid of the competition. You see, we live in a world with 8 billion more people like us, right? Who want the same food, who want the same shelter, who want the same job, who want the same water, who want the same clothes, the same cars, the same vacations, right? The thing is, you are always in a state of competition with everyone around you. And what sets you apart is your hard work and your discipline, all right? So if you have to understand, if you don't make the $1,000 by the end of the month, someone else will, and they'll succeed and you will stay average in life, right? So have clear-cut goals, stand by them, and you will achieve discipline and success. Coming to point number 3, you need to cultivate nice and productive habits, all right? You see, we all have the same 24 hours of the day, right? But there still are people who are billionaires and there are still people who are homeless. You see, your success is directly impacted by the way you utilize these 24 hours of yours. All right. Habits are so crucial as they help you create a routine, help you create a schedule so that you can maximize your 24 hours of the day. All right. Let's say good habits. I'll give you a few examples. Go to the gym, right? Eat right, sleep well, all right? Read books, I'd say. Take care of your skin, take care of your hair, right? Self-care and stuff. Positive motivation for yourself, self-talk, right? These are certain things that are just gonna add so much value to your life and you won't even understand it. The thing is, in today's world of social media, everyone's distracted. Everyone has these aspirations and these dreams, but the reality is 99% of the people don't have the courage and the discipline to achieve them. You cannot be an astronaut just by sitting on your bed scrolling to TikTok 5 hours a day. You just cannot, right? An astronaut has to study so much. He has to take care of his fitness, his diet, right? He has to go work for so many hours, just to simulate the experience, right? He has to have so many hours of flight time, right? He has to be a pilot first. You cannot achieve a goal of value if you don't have the right mindset and the right habits to back them up. All right. So divide your day into small habits, right? It can be very simple. Let's say you wake up at 5. First thing you do is ice your face, right? Or take a nice cold shower, all right? Or drink a glass of water or something. Your habits don't have to overcomplicate it, right? Or very well thought out. They just have to be positive and complement your path to success. That's it. All right, guys, for point number 4, I'll have to talk to you about a very important concept in order to master discipline, and that is practicing delayed gratification techniques. All right, now let me tell you what delayed gratification really is. Delayed gratification is when you sacrifice temporary pleasure or temporary gratification in order to achieve long-term success and gratification. What do I mean by this? You sacrifice eating a pizza today, or sacrificing eating that one piece of cake today, and achieving immaculate health and physique on a long-term basis, right? You sacrifice your laziness today and go to the gym, and you're rewarded with hunk-like arms and a jacked body, right? So delayed gratification is a very important step in order for you to achieve discipline. It's because in today's world, where a lot of people tend to quit this journey of self-help simply because they're just too pressurized and exhausted with life. You're expected to break down your life goals and your habits into those restricting 24 hours, maintain a very strict schedule for 24/7, 365 days of a year, multiple years. It gets exhausting and boring after some time. So you need to find joy in the minute things of life if you want to have a healthy balance between achieving success and feeling happy in life. And I'd say delayed gratification and a dopamine detox routine are exactly the cheat code that you'll need in order to achieve this, right? A dopamine detox is similar to delayed gratification. It's basically when you eradicate all sorts of unhealthy dopamine, right? Such as scrolling through your Instagram or eating unhealthy food or sleeping all day, or acts of laziness. You just avoid them, right? And you just experience the true sense of happiness. Eat healthy, right? Your body will release dopamine either way. Doesn't matter if you eat a pizza or you eat vegetables for your meal, right? Your body does release dopamine after every meal, and you will tend to feel happy after some time. You see, our dopamine receptors are so damaged because we have become used to all this social media and internet stuff, right? That you don't feel happy if you're not around your phone 24/7. So you need to break that habit. As a disciplined man who wants to accomplish success in his life, you cannot waste even a single second scrolling through Instagram on your phone. Alright? So have a dopamine detox routine and practice self-gratification techniques. These things will go a long way, trust me. For point number 5, we have taking accountability and tracking your progress. You see, again, talking about people quitting their self-help journey, it's because they don't appreciate their progress, right? They haven't tracked their progress yet, right? When I started going to the gym for the first time ever, I was kind of sad because like the first week and two, I wasn't seeing much progress, right? I was on the right diet, I was working out like crazy, but like I didn't see much improvement in my physique. And I was like, is it worth all this hard work for something which is so slow to achieve? And today, now that I have been working out for some time, I'm so glad I never quit. You need to track your progress, which can be very slow, but it will definitely be there. All right. No man who is disciplined, who does what he's supposed to do, who follows his responsibilities regardless of the way he feels, is bound to achieve the success he craves. All right. So you need to take self accountability. Again, you are the CEO of your life. All right. If you're not able to complete your goal you set for, let's say, tomorrow, if you're not able to do that same thing by tomorrow, you need to punish yourself. All right. Be like, okay, I was supposed to get done with my book by tomorrow. I'm not able to do that. I'll have to punish myself. Don't go to sleep for 3 hours. Just sit and work on your book. All right. And then only sleep for like, I don't know, if you used to sleep for 8 hours, don't sleep for 3 hours, only sleep for 5 hours. All right. And you live a whole day. Right? So the thing is, you need to punish yourself. You need to take accountability. No one else will. Right? And punishment is such a useful way to train anyone. Right? I'll tell you about my experience. When I was little, right, a few of my teachers at my earlier school, they used to hit me when I used to run off the class. Right? So it used to be a huge class of 60 people, and I and my friends will just sneak out from the back door, and like a teacher wouldn't know about it until like the class ended and we had to come in. And she used to see us coming in, and she used to call us in front of the class and like actually hit us. And at that time, it felt cruel. It felt very painful. But today, I cannot be more appreciative of her. Because if she did not hit me that bad, I would not have understood that what I was doing was wrong. I would have continued to bunk. I would have continued to just escape class. And today, I would not have been a good student who actually values his education. All right. So punishment is something essential to everyone's life. You need to be harsh on yourself. You need to punish yourself if you want actual success and if you want to be a productive person. Point number 6 is positive self-talk and visualization. Guys, I cannot emphasize on this point anymore. I've talked about this in all of my previous videos, and I'll still do it because it's so important. If you are not going to manipulate yourself, you cannot achieve a successful life. All right. The thing is, self-talk, positive self-talk is such an old school psychological trick that successful people use to motivate themselves. You see, it doesn't matter what circumstances you're in. If you believe you have the capacity to achieve the best at that point of time, you will achieve the best in that point of time. It doesn't matter if I'm in a situation where I am against 5 dudes who are trying to like beat me up. If I believe I'm going to be the most competent, the most powerful person to stand against all 5 of these people, I'll have the highest chance of winning compared to if I felt like, okay, I'm outnumbered, I'm going to die. All right? You just cannot think bad about yourself. Whatever happens, you have to stay positive. You have to stay optimistic. All right? Because the fact of the matter is, a person who's optimistic and a person who's pessimistic, they're never equal. The person who's pessimistic is always inferior to the person who's optimistic, because the person who's optimistic actually has something to look at, actually has a future, a bright future to imagine of, to visualize, to be happy about, right? The thing is, you also have to master visualization. No brilliant idea has come up without visualizing, right? You first need to visualize your goal, your end goal, and once you have it there crystal clear in your mind, you see yourself in this brilliant velvet blazer, with this well-tailored red tie, Oxford black shoes, right? Sitting in a Rolls Royce in front of your bungalow in, Romania. Like, you need to understand, if you don't visualize what you wish to achieve in life, you won't have the same amount of motivation to push yourself to achieve that goal, right? It's very simple. I was in 7th grade when I went to the US, and I was a little younger when I went to Dubai. And when I came back, I was like, I want to go there. I want to live there. I want to escape. So I was like, you see yourself in certain positions where you haven't yet, and you're so amazed by it, you want more. There was a recent study where a person who was middle class, right, who didn't have much money, but actually went to higher end restaurants, just sat around for some time, had a cup of coffee, and just went to the Ferrari dealership and was just looking around cars and stuff, and was in the lobby of the most extravagant hotels. He craved that luxury so much that he motivated himself to actually achieve that stuff in real life, right? So expose yourself to luxury, expose yourself to your imagination, and trust me, you will get the motivation from inside. And last but definitely not the least, point number 7 is to learn from your failures and setbacks. You see, failure is a very common thing in life, which should be appreciated and celebrated, because whenever you fail, you realize you went wrong somewhere, right? Let's consider Chandrayaan 2 mission, right, by ISRO. It was perfect till the end, until the mission failed. And look now, Chandrayaan 3 just happened like a week ago, and we landed on the south pole of the moon. So if Chandrayaan 2 never happened, Chandrayaan 3 would not have been a success. Because Chandrayaan 2 was a failure, the scientists at ISRO were able to analyze why it was a failure, and they were able to do all the relevant changes, and Chandrayaan 3 was a success. Similarly, in your life, failure is something you need, and failure is something you need to appreciate in order to have success in life. Alright? No one has an immaculate past when they have never failed, not even once. Right? I run this agency. I don't know if it'll fail. I don't know if it'll not fail. The only thing is, if it fails, I'm not going to be depressed. I'm going to be appreciative. I'm going to be, okay, it failed. The only reason it failed is because I wasn't well enough. I wasn't good enough. I wasn't competent enough. Yeah, and the only reason was because I didn't work hard enough. I wasn't disciplined enough. This will directly correlate into me becoming an even superior and better person than I am today. Alright? So, always optimizing bad things is a very good way of looking at life. Let's say you were in a car accident, or your friend was in a car accident. You'll feel sad, you'll feel depressed. Everyone will. But use that motivation. Your friend passed away. Don't mourn. Be like, I'm going to be the best person I could be, so that I can pass on my friend's legacy, so that people will remember him and his greatness in the future. Right? It's my responsibility to become the best, to tell everyone about my friend and his accomplishments, so that his memory lives. Alright? So always optimizing every bad situation in life is what you need if you want to be disciplined and self-motivated in life. With that, I'd like to end this video. Thank you for watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed, do it right now, alright? If you have any doubts or if you feel stuck at any point of your journey, I'm there. Hit me up on the comment section, alright? I'll definitely respond to all of your comments. And yeah, just don't quit. Stay motivated, because you'll always end up on the right side if you follow self-improvement. Alright, so yeah, good luck, have a nice day, and peace.